Charlestonians were outraged, and within a few days, South Carolina militia had seized all federal property in the area, sent Fort Sumter. Meeting in Montgomery, Alabama, February 1861, the 6 seceded states formed the Confederate States of America. Jefferson Davis was elected as president of the newly formed nation. Almost all federal property, including arsenals, forts, and navy yards within the seceded states, were seized by state authorities. Texas was the 7th state to secede and was admitted into the Confederacy in March 1861. Virginia, Arkansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina would secede after the Civil War began. Though incomplete, Fort Sumter was still an impressive fortification. The Pentagon-shaped building had 5-foot-thick walls that towered more than 50 feet above the water at low tide. Although Fort Sumter may have been the best location for Major Anderson and his men, the fort's defenses could only offer token resistance. Of the 135 guns planned for the fort, only 15 were mounted. On the parade ground lay 66 cannon barrels, gun carriages, and 5,600 shot and shell. For the next 3 months, Anderson and his command prepared Fort Sumter for combat, but by April 12th, a total of only 60 cannons stood ready. While the Federals strengthened their defenses, Confederate forces could be seen building batteries and mounting cannon along the harbor shoreline. 43 Southern cannon were trained on Fort Sumter, and more than 3,500 Confederate soldiers manned Charleston harbor defenses. By early April, the Federals were nearly out of food and would soon be starved into surrender if not resupplied. President Lincoln ordered the Navy to sail for Charleston in an attempt to resupply Major Anderson with provisions and additional troops. The Confederate government in Montgomery, Alabama, aware of the expedition, debated a course of action. They decided not to permit the resupplying of Fort Sumter. Confederate General P.G.T. Beauregard was ordered to demand the fort's evacuation and to take Fort Sumter by force if Anderson refused. On the afternoon of April 11, 1861, Anderson received the ultimatum from Beauregard. Major Anderson refused, stating that his garrison would be starved out by April 15th. But with the Union supply ships expected at any moment, the reply was considered unacceptable. Major Anderson was informed that Confederate forces would soon open fire on Fort Sumter. At 4:30 a.m. on April 12, 1861, with the first Union supply ships at the Charleston Harbor's entrance, a mortar shell was fired from Fort Johnson. It exploded directly over Fort Sumter, signaling all Confederate guns bearing on the fort to open fire. The American Civil War had begun. The bombardment of Fort Sumter lasted 34 hours, with the Confederates firing more than 3,000 projectiles at the fort. Anderson had just 85 soldiers who had to work the guns in shifts, meaning only 9 or 10 of his 60 guns could even return fire. And during the second day of the battle, artillery fire from Moultrie set his officers' quarters and enlisted men's barracks on fire. With so few men, Anderson could not fight the fire and the Confederates at the same time. And that afternoon, arrangements were made for Anderson to surrender the fort. On April 14, 1861, Confederate forces occupied Sumter, allowing Anderson and his men to withdraw to New York aboard a Union supply ship. For the South, Fort Sumter was sacred ground, where the first shot of the war for Southern independence was fired. For the North, it was a place where secession and disloyalty to the Union had escalated into armed rebellion. For the next 2 years, as great battles were being fought in Virginia and Tennessee, Charleston Harbor remained relatively quiet. But just outside the harbor, U.S. Navy ships had formed a blockade to keep Southern cargo vessels from using Charleston's port. But on April 7, 1863, the war returned when 9 Federal gunboats attacked Forts Sumter and Moultrie. After 2.5 hours, the artillery duel was over, leaving the Federals defeated. Realizing a greater effort would be required to seize Charleston, Northern troops advanced on Morris Island, located beyond Fort Sumter on the south side of the harbor's entrance. On July 18, 1863, the 54th Massachusetts Volunteer Infantry Regiment led an assault against Battery Wagner. This was one of the first African-American units to see action in the United States military. was featured in the film Glory. In early September 1863, after nearly 2.5 months of federal bombardment, Southern forces abandoned Morris Island. The Union then used the island as a base to bombard Fort Sumter, Fort Moultrie, and Charleston with their newer and more powerful rifle artillery. Over the course of the next 20 months, an estimated 7 million pounds of artillery projectiles, about 44,000 in all, were fired at Fort Sumter. This tremendous effort to destroy the fort proved unsuccessful. Even though the top two levels were reduced to rubble, Confederate forces defiantly held Fort Sumter. During the siege, Confederate soldiers and slaves used sandbags, cotton bales, timbers, and brick rubble to strengthen the fort's walls. This was the longest siege of the Civil War, and among the longest anywhere in modern warfare. Finally, on February 17, 1865, Confederate forces evacuated Fort Sumter. General William T. Sherman's Union Army, marching from Savannah, Georgia, to Columbia, South Carolina, cut off Charleston's communications and supplies, forcing the Confederate troops to abandon the area. With the return of United States troops to Fort Sumter, work began to repair the battered brick structure. A small percentage of the fort was rebuilt and other sections repaired, mostly during the 1870s. Today, most of the visible brickwork is original. From 1876 to 1897, Fort Sumter was not garrisoned, primarily served as a lighthouse station. But the outbreak of the Spanish-American War in 1898 brought new life to the fort. The Army constructed Battery Hugh G in the middle of Fort Sumter as part of the overall upgrade of U.S. coastal defenses. Used through World War I and World War II, this reinforced concrete battery still dominates the fort's interior. By the end of World War II, technological advances made static seacoast defense systems obsolete. And in 1947, after 87 years of service,